Welcome to Raven Sexton's Blackbird Diaries. Tonight I am starting episode 1 of a series called Real Talk. I have blogged about it. I have several entries out on the Blackbird Diaries blog talking about many different facets of spirituality in our pursuits, and sometimes these are topics that are the elephant in the room, things that folks don't want to talk about, things that are avoided because they don't sound too fluffy, they don't sound all that happy and positive, but they are part of the journey and they need to be talked about. And usually you'll find somebody sitting in the back of the room whispering about these things and asking questions that don't get answered. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So tonight I'm starting with episode 1. Spiritual bypassing isn't healing. Or as I put it in the blog, it isn't healing, it's avoidance in a pretty dress. So I want to get something straight right off the bat. Avoidance, dressed up as enlightenment, is still avoidance. As I said in the blog, it doesn't matter how many affirmations you tape to your mirror, how many white candles you burn. If you're using positive vibes only to bulldoze over your grief, your fear, your rage, or your trauma, you are not healing, you're spiritually bypassing, and that mess piles up fast. This is where I'm going to stop quoting the blog. The bottom line, spiritual work starts with a lot of healing. And healing is an ongoing thing in your spiritual work, in your journey. You will find things over time that you need to heal from. You will find things that you didn't realize you were capable of. That's your spiritual journey. You're going to find good, bad, and everything in between. But if you practice spiritual bypassing, you are going to miss a lot. Bottom line, when you step onto that spiritual path, there are no shortcuts. There's no quick route to meditation, instant enlightenment. I am ascending next week because I'm just that good. It doesn't work that way. My opinion, and sometimes it's unpopular, we are not embarking on spiritual journeys to suddenly ascend. We are having a spiritual journey to remember why we're here and that we are truly connected to everything. I've said it before, I've said it in other blog posts or in episodes on the podcast. There is a beauty to being human. The good, bad, and everything else. We don't appreciate the good without the bad. We don't get through the bad unless we recognize the good. They keep our lives rich and colorful. Spiritual bypassing is the shortcut we cannot afford to take. It's what happens when we skip over the emotional work and call it healing. That's not healing. You don't ignore the illness and expect it to go away. If anything, it gets worse. So you face it, you deal with it. You work through it and you take care of yourself and you heal. You learn what causes it and you learn how to work through that. Folks who know me, who've been to my site or listened to some of my other podcast episodes or know me, know that I do shadow work. Shadow work is the hard work. Is it everybody's path? No. Is it the only way to do this? No. All spiritual work is healing and discovery. We get to figure out who we are at our core in our soul. And when you're bypassing and you're glossing over it, you are going to miss the beauty that is you. You are going to miss the healing that is going to truly liberate you. And you are going to miss the strength that you don't realize you have. So, simple definition: spiritual bypassing, using the spiritual language or tools to avoid doing the emotional work. I've covered that. Common signs: over forgiveness. Suddenly, I'm a spiritual person. I need to forgive everybody and love everybody unconditionally. It's not very honest. We lose boundaries. It's one thing to tear down walls, which is a very good thing to do, and it is hard work for some of us more than others. They are not the same. When we are over forgiving everything, we become that doormat. So we learn to create healthy boundaries out of a love for ourselves, which is not narcissism. There are differences. I do cover this in other conversations. Another common sign is toxic positivity. It's all the signs, the affirmations, the sticky notes on the mirrors, the pep talks before work, before whatever. I'm good enough. I'm this, I'm that. That's great. Are we being honest? We're always good enough and we're always enough. But are we our best selves? And sometimes that takes recognizing those pieces that we have not healed, those pieces that haven't grown with the rest of us. Positivity can be toxic because it makes us ignore the obvious. It's always nice to hear, you'll be all right. But what feels a little bit better? You need anything? You need to talk? If you do, be honest and talk. And then figure out your next steps. And sometimes that's a painful conversation, that over positivity is not going to help. Another common sign is a fear of conflict labeled as, and I'm doing air quotes here, vibration protection. I will not be in a room with negative vibes. Sometimes you're the negative vibe in the room. And you're going to find yourself going room to room to room alone. Sometimes those off vibes are telling you to stop and reflect. Sometimes it's you, and sometimes it's just a reflection of something that you misconstrued or something you went through, and the vibe is telling you, here's your chance to recognize it and heal. So you see these signs and you start to realize I'm bypassing. I'm trying to avoid what I have an opportunity to work through. To some, that bypassing, it looks like growth. I am so happy. I am so good. There's no negativity around me because I'm surrounded by yes men. But it is repression. Avoided emotions don't disappear. They fester. You cannot meditate your way out of unresolved trauma. You have to bring it into the light of day. Many ways to do it. I do not recommend doing it yourself. Some of us do. There are things that we have to, and there are some of those things that we're going to have to do by ourselves. I am an advocate for find a good therapist. I'm an advocate for have a strong support system. That does not mean surrounding yourself with yes men. It means surrounding yourself with friends and family that truly have your best interest at heart. Be honest with them. I just need you to sit and listen to me. I just need somebody sitting here so I can vent and hear myself and think it through. Or I need your advice. And then be willing to take it. Meditation is wonderful for calming the mind, but there is work to do. Again, the cost of bypassing, it leads to burnout, disconnection, and self-gaslighting. We work so hard to convince ourselves we're okay without having done the work. And after a while, the words lose meaning and the feeling is gone, and we just need that affirmation more and more and more and more. Need that fix. You don't need that when you've worked through. So a suggestion, and I tell everybody this, whether it is developing your mediumship, your psychic abilities, doing ancestor work or anything else. Journal. Write it all down. Get it all down in writing. Think it through. Sit down by yourself, piece of paper, book, whatever. Pen in hand. If you're the person who likes to type to journal, go for it. I'm kind of old school that way. A few questions that you can play with. Where in my life am I pretending something is healed? Where have I said, I'm over it, but I'm not, I'm just now ignoring it? Then look for the things that actually no longer trigger you. Feel the difference. Write them down. Keep that comparison. Another question. What spiritual phrases do I use to silence myself? And some really good ones. Kind of a double-edged sword. I'll be fine. While true, there's a lot missing. I'll be fine is very good at replacing the phrase, I'll worry about it tomorrow. Sometimes that's not a bad idea, but most of the time, if it's there, it's in your face, it's bothering you, take a look at it and get it out of the way. And understand that as you heal things, other things are going to surface. But you can make it through when you do the work. So take those and think about those. Maybe another question. If I was helping a friend through this, what would I tell them? And think about all the times that you were in that position where you didn't give yourself the same grace. Now give yourself that grace. Give yourself that advice and take it. Don't bypass. Embrace the ride, the ups, the downs. It is worth it. You will find so many wonderful things about yourself by working through all of it. It's a lifetime pursuit. It's not over in a day, but you're going to see, you're going to win, you're going to celebrate, and you need to. And you're going to embrace a genuine spiritual journey. You don't need to heal perfectly, just honestly. Don't skip the steps. And remember, your feelings are sacred, not shameful. And this isn't about, I should have started this 20 years ago. Start from where you are right now. That is a sacred spot, genuinely a sacred spot, a sacred moment in time, because this is where you said, I am doing it, and where you took that first step. Or maybe you're re-engaging. Again, that is sacred. That is right now. And with that, I thank you for listening to me ramble this long. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Have a wonderful day or night, whenever you're listening to this. And I hope you will come back and listen again.